We were in a lot of switch modes. We had some large switch groups when the ripple effects are, at times JJ could be on him as an example. And I thought we did a pretty good job of doubling him, and, he found some stuff. But, he was 9 for 23. He had 6 turnovers, and he still is that good where he just puts his thumbprint all over the game, especially late. And, he's something very unique.
You spoke this morning about the standard in terms of style to play that you expect from them. Did you feel like you saw that tonight?
I did. I was proud of our guys, the way we competed. There was no back down. I think that it was quite timely to have Trevor. We got in early foul trouble with Rashawn and Amir, and I think Trevor plays with that, that sort of physical, reckless abandon. He's a man, and it was timely to have him tonight.
Dario part of that, too?
Without a doubt, and Dario was a late sort of news for me in that he was going to play. I didn't expect him to play. But, you need all that here, and you need the physicality especially, and I think, that's what we're trying to be. We're trying to be an aggressive, physical, defensive-minded team. For most of the season we have been. The last 2 games we weren't, and I thought tonight we reclaimed, some of that personality that we're seeking.
Brett, we're coming in now. Sorry, what can you tell us about Robert?
Nothing. Yeah.
Ben's ability to really set the tone early, given what you saw 12 days ago in this first meeting, do you feel like you really latched on to what you had to say?
I think so. He keeps getting better. We all see the skill package, and, we're trying to grow, as we all know, his finishing. What are you going to do now that you're at the rim? Whether it's his right hand or his left hand, now what are you going to do? We're always mindful of his turnovers, trying to let him play, with more control. But what he's done to date, playing, 25 NBA basketball games, and you just give him the ball and say, oh, you're a point guard. It's amazing, really. He's so exceeded expectation, and I think the exciting thing is he lets me coach him. Like, I can get on him. We talk freely. It's a open conversation, and he knows that we're trying to make him better. And I like the way he's handling things right now, just from a ability to let me coach him, and I think that he's really showing some great signs.
Sorry about that.
That's right.
You guys were up 96-91 with 4 minutes left, and then it just seems like D-Wade took over. And
well, Crowder hits the 3, Korver hits the 3. Dwayne's shot came after we bobbled the ball that Robert had, and the game was sort of. It started to move aside when Korver hit the 3 and then Crowder hit the 3. And, we could have come up with the ball with a minute late, with 1 minute and 8 seconds, with the ball down 1 and heading down the floor. And it ends up we don't have the ball. Robert gets injured. Dwayne scores. It's a tough series of events right then.
JJ and Robert seemed, with their three-point shooting, to really help vault you guys back into it. Is three-point shooting just one of those things? I mean, especially with those guys, you just ride and have faith that will come around at some point.
I just think that whether it's those two or anybody, you're just crying to make shots. You need to make shots. You need to make threes, just like they did. And, it's just a part of our sport nowadays. And you come in here and not have Joel Embiid, he's the center of our universe. That's our crown jewel. And, the games and the offensive sort of priorities, targets change dramatically. And so you need to, in that environment, make some threes. I thought we did a great job of making all of our free throws. I thought we had 31 assists out of 37 made baskets. We shared the ball. We out-rebounded them. We almost did what it took to win. And that's the margin of error when you're dealing with, one of the few best teams in the NBA and arguably the best player in the NBA.
Brett, you've got a really small sample size of what you can get from Trevor for the rest of the season. When you project out, this is what this guy can give me months down for you, how do you see him impacting the bench?
I think what we just saw is an accurate snapshot of what he is. He's high energy. He's got a big motor. There's a level of maturity and toughness that we need. You know, it's part of what we're trying to do in Philadelphia, and we're trying to scratch our way into the playoffs, and that's our goal. And I think somebody with that veteran presence and experience can help our young guys. You know, I think the leadership and maturity that he has is just another layer, another method to growing our guys, to learn from teammates. And all that comes to my mind.
How would you assess Bed's defense on LeBron, and what do you want him to learn from this game in that aspect?
I thought he was good. I thought he was more touch distance. I always challenge our guys to play, you know, with higher hands, try to get hand above ball. If your hands are, if you got Velcro sort of stuck your arms to your legs, it's not good enough. LeBron's going to, you know, pick the gym apart. And so I thought his distance was good. I thought him sitting in a stance was good. I'm always on him and all of our guys on the hand activity. And I think that by and large, you know, Ben did a good job on him. We were switching a lot, and so there were times Ben was switched out off him. But I thought tonight he did a good job.